What's up, Get Better Basketball community? I'm Coach DeMarco, and this is Focused. In today's episode, I'm going to take you through the Celtics 5-out empty series that they used against the Atlanta Hawks in the first round of the NBA playoffs. I spent the last few days breaking down the Celtics' entire offense, and I really like their 5-out empty series because it gives them an opportunity to put their playmaker in space with options off of it. And it's a really simple setup for them. And the first clip that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you 4 different examples of the Celtics using this action in the first round. We're going to have Marcus Smart with the basketball. We're going to have Derek White, Jason Tatum, who's going to be our player that we're going to use in that empty action, Al Horford, and Malcolm Brogdon. Really, really simple. The first action is going to be 5-out empty, and it's going to be a ram action. And that's really simple. That's when you set a screen for the ball screener. So Derek White is going to come over, and he's going to set a screen for Jason Tatum, who's then going to come over and set a ball screen for Marcus Smart. Smart's going to look to attack. Tatum's going to kind of slip off that screen. Smart's going to hit him. And eventually, what we're going to end up with is Derek White out here. Tatum's going to have the basketball. He's going to pass out of a double team that comes from Smart. Smart's going to reverse it over to White, and White's going to knock down a wide open three-pointer. So this ram action is what we're going to see in the first clip. And then I'm going to revisit this in the second clip. Let's take a look at this ram action with the Celtics, and specifically Derek White knocks down a wide open three. So here are the Celtics in their 5-out empty action. We're going to have Smart, White, and Tatum at the top. We're going to have Brogdon down below with Horford. And Horford's going to be on the baseline. I think that's really a spacing thing. They could probably bring Brogdon up and put Horford in the corner, but he's going to sneak in here and try to get into rebounding position in this action. But here's the empty side over here. We're going to now get the ram action. White's going to set a screen for the ball screener Tatum, who's going to set the screen and quickly slip off that screen or pop off of that screen. And now he's going to get the ball on the empty side of the floor with space. What the Hawks do to adjust to this is they're going to send the double team and force him to pass the ball. They don't want to allow him to go one-on-one on this side of the floor. He's going to recognize the double. He's going to hit Smart, who's going to quickly reverse the ball. You can see all the help in the paint to White, who's going to knock down a wide open three-pointer. Let's take a look at this action one more time at full speed. We're going to get our screen for the ball screener Tatum. He's going to slip off of that and pop out to the wing. He's then going to read the double. It's 2 passes and an open three for White. We're going to come back here to the second ram action. It's going to be the same look. This time it's going to be Robert Williams who's going to set that screen for Tatum, who's going to set the ball screen. Smart's going to look to work. Tatum is going to pop off of that. He's going to get the ball. The double's going to come. This time he's going to look to Marcus Smart. They're not going to allow in this particular clip, which was in Game 3, a little bit later, they're not going to allow that one more pass. And Smart this time is going to take the open three-pointer. He's going to miss it. But I think the point with this action and what you can use with your team is you're really clearing out a side of the floor and allowing one of your best players to work with space, and you're forcing the defense to adjust. Let's check it out. So here comes Marcus Smart. We're going to see Robert Williams set that ram screen. It's going to lead Tatum right into the ball screen. He's then going to pop right off of it. Thought he probably could have taken the shot here, to be honest, and it's something you can explore with your team. But he's going to wait. He's going to let the double team come, and then he's going to now kick out to Smart. Williams is going to make a 45 cut into the paint, and we're going to get Brown on the rise. Now, remember the last time, this was Derek White who set the screen, and he was the player out here. In this instance, that's not going to be White, so Williams is going to make the 45 cut, and they're going to allow Brown to work his way up. And we're going to see Bogdanovic here, who is going to recover enough that he probably could have got out there. So Smart is going to take the three-pointer this time. One more time at full speed, we're going to get Williams on the screen. into the ball screen. There's Tatum on the slip. Think he could have pulled that. He doesn't. He's going to then pass out of the double. We're going to get a smart three-pointer. The third clip that I'm going to show you is going to be their 7 side action, and that side is for side ball screen. The 7 is just pick and roll. 77 is a term used for a double drag ball screen. So I said, you know what? Let's simplify it. When I see pick and roll, instead of writing out pick and roll, I'm just going to call it a 7. So this is going to be a ball screen on the side, so 7 side. Really, really simple. Try to use less verbiage if at all possible. So 77, double drag, 7 is just going to be a regular ball screen. And in this example, they're actually going to use their pin and rip action that I'll show you in some of their other videos in a different video that I create on YouTube. But really simple. Tatum is going to come down and set a pin down, and we're going to get Brogdon to come up, and we're going to get Horford on the other side to set a rip screen, and we're going to get Brown in the corner. So we're going to end up with Horford up top. We're going to end up with Brown in the corner. We're going to have Tatum down here. And we're going to have Brogdon, who now has the basketball. Tatum is going to come up, and he's going to set that ball screen. But now it's going to be a side ball screen. Brogdon is going to look to attack. And then he is going to make that pass over to Tatum on the side. So Tatum, after he sets that screen up at the top, he's going to pop over to this area here, and then as he catches, he's going to catch with an advantage. He's going to look to attack the paint, and he's actually going to get fouled as he looks to attack the paint. But I like this because it creates an advantage for Tatum off of this side ball screen. So similar action, different personnel a little bit, but it's still going to be that empty series where we're going to clear out a side for Tatum to work in his ball screen action. Let's check it out. So here is White bringing the ball up the floor. Now, there's your pin down from Tatum, and we're going to get Brogdon up to the top, and there's your rip action from Horford, and he's going to come down to the bottom. So this is their pin and rip action. They use this in their 5-out series. As I said, I'm going to include this in another video when I talk 5-out and the Celtics. But in their 5-out empty, what they're going to do now is Brogdon's going to catch, White is going to clear, and now we have this empty side of the floor again. Similar, he's going to set the ball screen on the same side that he did with Smart in the other videos, allowing Brogdon now this time to attack the middle. And then he's going to work off of that screen. And now you have Tatum in space. He gets a closeout. He reads that closeout, and it gives him the lane. He's going to hesitate for a second. He's going to take advantage, attack the hoop, and get fouled. And you can see the stress that this puts on the defense because you're putting a playmaker on an empty side of the floor with the ball in space. You're essentially opening up at least a double gap for that player to attack, and Tatum takes advantage. So the last action the Celtics going to use is 7 pin. That 7 is going to be that straight ball screen, and it's then going to turn into a pin down from White. So really, really simple. Tatum is actually going to come and set the ball screen. They're going to get right into it. They're not going to use a ram action with Horford screening for him to get into the ball screen. Tatum's going to be at the top. He's going to screen for White, and he's going to pop off of that. So you're going to end up with Derek White with the basketball at the top, and you end up with Tatum over here. In the past, he's hit Tatum on this empty side. He's not going to do that this time. He's going to pass over to Horford, and then he's going to come right back, and he's going to set a wide pin down for Tatum, who's going to come up and catch the basketball. Tatum's going to end up taking a three-pointer off of this, but there are options that you can use. And, you know, in this instance, after White sets that pin down, there's a chance that he could be open off of that pin down if you get both players to jump to Tatum. And the other thing that White does is after Tatum catches it, he kind of tries to set a little ball screen. So he sets a little ball screen for Tatum to work off. He could have popped off of that, and if they both jumped to Tatum off that pin down, Tatum could have hit him for it. So there's definitely options, but you're really working these 3-player rotation, the player with the basketball and then this action away from it, or really a 2-man game in the other clips where you had Tatum working with Marcus Smart or with Derek White. Situationally, to try to put the defense in a bind. And more than anything, you're creating space and a double gap for Jason Tatum. If you have a great player who you want to get the ball in space, this is a really good opportunity for you to use this action. Let's check out the last play that the Celtics run, 7-pin from this 5-out empty series. And the thing I want you to notice here as we watch this clip is they've run this in game 2, game 3, and now we're into game 4. And there's little wrinkles each time. Now we're going to see Tatum set this ball screen, and White's going to work off of it. He's going to hit Horford when he sees that Tatum is not open. The Hawks have made adjustments. So what are the Celtics going to do? We still want to get Tatum the ball on the empty side of the floor. All right, now we're going to set a pin down for him. He works off that pin down. You can see, as I mentioned, Derek White set a little bit of a ball screen for him, and then White's going to pop up. Now, I thought Tatum could have hit White right now. This might have caused help here, and we could have then went to Horford, who might have had an open three. He doesn't. He holds on to it here, and he's going to actually take a three-pointer. And, you know, you're putting the ball in your best player's hands, and you're relying on them to make a decision. Horford ends up getting fouled in this situation, but, you know, I would take the odds putting the ball in whatever level you coach, your best player's hand in space with opportunities for them to shoot or for them to drive. And look at the gap they have to the baseline to make a drive here. And if the defense collapses, they have options off the kick. They have option to White here as he pops out. Again, I think they probably could have hit him. Tatum might have been able to even take a dribble at Trae Young and then make that pass. I think this probably would have triggered this defender to jump out to White, and then it would have been one more to Horford for a three. Or, I mean, this defender probably could have jumped out. It could have been an extra pass to Brown. I think they could have played out of it. In this instance, Tatum takes a three-pointer. But if you're using this with your team, you have to recognize that there are a lot of options, not just get the ball to your best player and clear out. There's options off of this pin down where he can catch and shoot, catch and pass, attack the paint, make those kickouts. And notice Horford keeps getting into the paint each time as a rebounder, and he gets fouled. As I look at this 5-out empty series, there's so many options you can run off of it. The Celtics are going to run this 7-pin action. They're going to run their ram action, and they're going to run their pin and rip into their side ball screen. But there's so many things that you can do off of this, and you're clearing the ball out. And as we keep seeing, it's Tatum with the ball, with the defender, and he has all of this space to work with. He could attack the middle. They space over a little or they make a cut through, but he definitely has a lot of room to attack the lane line and make the defense adjust. He hit a three-pointer. White hit a three-pointer. Tatum got fouled in this, and they got a look from Smart. And the last time Tatum shot, although I thought White could have been open as he popped out. Tons of options, and there's even more things you can do off of this empty series. I'm sure your wheels are spinning like mine. I'm thinking of other options that I would use that work for my team. If you like this video, then hit that like button down below, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to Get Better Basketball for more great video breakdowns each and every week, including ones from the NBA playoffs, just like this one. As always, get better every day.